Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Deep Cat's Reactions and my name's Greg, and this is the last song for today, so I'll do something, just that I want to hear. And I ran across this you know, YouTube algorithm, but that's okay. Sometimes they really do a good job. Other times, since my tastes are so eclectic, they just get confused. They have no idea what to recommend to me, because too many different genres of music. But this is John Prine, and the song is That's How Every Empire Falls. And, I've heard a fair amount of John Prine, but I certainly haven't heard this song. So I thought that might be interesting and just a little bit relevant, perhaps. I don't know, man. Uh, like I say, I do these videos and I'll talk about stuff that's current, but, this will stay up on YouTube for how long, so it's not relevant after a short time. But anyway, with all the stuff that's happening up in Minneapolis after that woman was killed, and then, they sent in more ICE agents, and, they're just going around in suburbia, jerking people out of their homes and cars, and, you know, neighbors are just enraged about what's going on, and there's so many protests. I mean, just thousands of people out there, and it is winter. They're out in the snow. And, there's all these protests going on nationwide, but what they're doing in Minneapolis is just, it's something else. And there's so much community action. I mean, there's people that, that as soon as something happens, they're activated, and then they go out and they blow whistles and, let everybody know that where ICE is, and, and they, crowd around the cars and, basically, I mean, they're so hostile. They're peaceful, but they're really hostile to the ICE agents because what they do is despicable. And it's like, God, how do you go home and sleep at night? It just astounds me. But anyway, since we seem to be in the process of building empire here in the United States, let's go ahead and listen to John Prine sing That's How Every Empire Falls.
He caught a train from Alexandria, just a broken man in flight, running scared with all his devils, saying prayers all through the night. But mercy can't find him, not in the shadows where he calls, forsaking all his better angels. That's how every empire falls. The bells ring out on Sunday morning like echoes from another time. All our innocence and yearning and sense of wonder left behind. Oh, gentle heart, remember, what was that story? Is it lost? For when religion loses vision, that's how every empire falls. Toast his wife and all his family, the providence he brought to bear. They raise their glasses in his honor, although this union they don't share. A man who lives among men, but still a stranger to them all. For when the heart is never open, that's how every empire falls. Lock the door and board the windows. Put the people in the street. It's just my job, he says I'm sorry, and draws a check, goes home to eat. But at night he tells his woman, I know I hide behind the laws. She says you're only taking orders. That's how every empire falls. A bitter wind blows through the country. A hard rain falls on the sea. If terror comes without a warning, there must be something we don't see. Where fire begets this fire, like torches thrown into the straw. If no one asks and no one answers, that's how every empire falls.
That song could have been written yesterday. I mean, every bit of it, every bit of it applies. God, that was such a killer song to begin with. I mean, the melody and the the lyrics that guy wrote, man. He was one of the best songwriters out there, and had a particular peculiar sense of humor and take on everything. It was really really fun, all the stuff he did. But man, the guitar on that was just gorgeous, and the way that they did the production. I always have to give the production a shout out. When an album cut comes out. Because that's that's really augments what the musician is doing, and so bringing that guitar so out front and having a little bit of reverb in there and stuff really worked well, man. That was tasty guitar. uh, and then I presume that was an accordion. That was a really nice touch for the song. But yeah, the lyrics were just like I say, they could have been written yesterday. And it's part of it's my generation, I think. And I will admit that I have been very very proud of my generation. Because yeah, we're not the old hippies we used to be, but there's certain things that didn't change. And I don't know, man. Yesterday I was watching some interview with these two 71-year-olds that were out there in the streets in Minneapolis protesting, and they got nailed with pepper ball and just they were being interviewed and about what was going on. They were just in their neighborhood, but they were protesting because ICE swooped in, and so, like I say, it makes me proud of my generation, that we're still out there trying to do something, peaceful and with love. I mean, because yeah, you gotta have that. So I don't know. It's really nice to see all the young kids out there too. It's like, okay, it did go down to what I guess our grandchildren, certainly went down to my kids and and my grandchildren. So, anyway, it's nice to have people out there. So I will see you guys tomorrow, and hit like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Let's see you all then. Bye bye.